Hey everyone, welcome to the We Do podcast, where we do the gaming news for you. No Merple today, but Merple is sent on a mission with Levi. They've got to talk to PlayStation. We'll tell you more about that later on. And we do have Fubu back. He had to talk to Microsoft and Halo devs to get that whole mix up because when we recorded that episode, there was all that account stuff. And then after they realized, they're like, oh no, the We Do Studios podcast video is going to come out on this. We got to fix this quick.
Hey, just put the logo from the GTA mission complete. Respect plus.
Alrighty, and what I have been playing, I've been playing 3 different games mainly. I did do 7 hours on Baby Steps, and yeah.
Oh, I was there.
Yes. Best game. Burley's game of the year of 2025, guys.
Oh yeah, it's totally. It was Baby Steps. You know what? You do feel satisfied when you make progress in Baby Steps. I will give it that. You do feel satisfied, but man, what drugs were the people on that made that game for the story? When you do the whole campfire sections and then you wake up and you have. Thank God I had the censored mode on, because if I did not, I would be scared. If you played the game or you saw the stream, because I know.
Yeah.
Well, I was working on some stuff, but I was like lurking and watching. Censored mode?
Yeah.
It's better. Some things are better left unsaid.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But I did go. I unkirok affected a game. I did go back to Shadow of the Tomb Raider because I picked that up the year that came out, and I was near the end, and I finished that, and it was a fun game. It was nice to beat a game off my list, get a couple trophies.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice to go back and finish that game. I do got to go back to the other games in that trilogy because I have Rise, and I did pick up the first one of that trilogy, I think on a Steam sale years ago for like a couple bucks. So it's one of those things of now I'm getting into the Tomb Raider mood. I'm like, maybe I should go back to some of these games. One that I've Kirok affected, and then just go back to others, and then go through a whole phase of that. And the other game that I've been playing was on Thursday. I streamed Star Fox, did my first run through, beat that. It is not a long game, but the whole thing is you doing multiple runs. The control-wise is good. Controls are overall really good, I would say. But man, you do feel like I feel I was kind of hoping for a little bit more in the sense of, okay, because we're porting this and doing the whole HD effect and all this and making it new, you could remake certain things to make it, I feel, a little bit better, because even if you're playing on easy mode, your allies don't help you for shit. except Falco. Yeah. Slippy can die. Peppy gives you decent info to try and help you do the mission, but Peppy, can you actually shoot the ships? And Falco's just a sarcastic asshole.
Oh, my favorite so far.
Yeah. But Kirok, what have you been playing?
Well, I didn't get to play a whole lot this week. I haven't been feeling the greatest, but last night I finally felt better. Sat down, streamed, and started playing Ghosts of Yote. What a beautiful game. So I played Ghost of Tsushima back on PS4 Pro, played it through, completed it. That game I went right through to the end without any kind of Kirok affecting at all. So I knew I was going to like this. And once I learned about this game when they announced it, that it was coming out, I was on my list. But unlike other games that I did day one purchases, this one I kind of let it ride. I didn't buy it because I knew I had other games that I needed to get into and finish. And then once I finished the Mafia of the Old Country, I was looking at my library. Oh, and I happened to purchase this not too long ago, literally like maybe less than a month ago, only because it went on a discount or on a sale, and I just bought it up. So talking about the game, I've only played about 3 hours of it, and it is gorgeous. I'm playing it on a PS5 Pro. There's a mode in it where you can set it up to specifically designed for the PS5 Pro to take advantage of ray tracing and all the PSSR effects and all that stuff. And it runs incredible. It is so smooth. And you could tell right from the start that it is and I love story. You guys know that's the biggest thing for me is a narrative and a story. And when I first heard about the game, knowing that it was a game about vengeance, I was like, oh, that's going to be perfect, right? I don't know how the outcome is. I don't know what happens, and I'm happy with that because I'm going to learn and figure it out as I go. But having played Ghost of Tsushima, it's got the same kind of system for upgrading your gear, upgrading your you could dye your clothes, you can upgrade the saddle on your horse, you can upgrade your horse, you can upgrade your weaponry, your armor, and it is fantastic. It feels so good and comfortable to be back in that universe, but at the same time, you can tell it is a superior game to the original Ghost of Tsushima. And what I mean by that is graphically it looks superior. You could tell they refined it, that it runs and feels nice and snappy and smooth. The dual, not the dual sense, but the active triggers and all that stuff on the controller are fantastic. Sucker Punch just hits it out of the park with this game. One thought occurred to me while I was playing. I was like, oh my God, please don't close this studio down. Please don't close this studio down. But I love the aesthetic, the whole set, the way as you learn, as you play. I only played 3 hours. As you go through the story, you learn about what's going on, and it presents to you the characters that you're after slowly with little, like these big icons and set pieces coming up on screen. So great. And when you're in battle, when you're going around the world, it is so immersive because there's nothing, no HUD on screen. And I absolutely love that. I remember playing the original Assassin's Creed that way. You can block it. Even the second one, you could take off all the HUD and play it. And that's how I played those games. And I'm so loving this game. I can't say anything good enough about it. And I'm only 3 hours in. So that's it.
Right on. And Fubu, what have you been playing?
Well, such is life. Some are starting the journey, some are ending the journey. I actually played the Ghost of Yote game today, and before I went to bed. I finished the story, I got all of the trophies. Not the hardest trophies to get. I'm not going to get into story. I'm just going to say you're going to cry, Kirok. Just to get some tissues. You're going to cry.
Okay.
It's so I'm going to go back to the beginning when they first announced this game.
Yeah.
We were all very disappointed because we wanted to continue as the Ghost of Tsushima. His name is Jin, right? Jin
Sakai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sakai.
We wanted to continue as Jin because he was a very charismatic character. So there was a bit of, I'm going to say for me, obviously, there was a bit of, it was disappointing because we wanted to continue as Jin. Then there was that one of the writers for the Ghost of Tsushima, the Ghost of Yotai game, was one of the writers of Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and there was this big confusion about the trans character, whatever. I already said, everyone was saying, "Fuck that trans character." You know what I did in the game? I fucked the trans character. I dated her. That's what I did. I don't discriminate. Anyway, like I was saying, people were they were not very happy because, and even I was like, a woman samurai doesn't make sense. There's not many legends about that, so I was in the fence. But I was gonna get this game because Sucker Punch for me doesn't miss. I dare you guys, comment down below one game that failed under Sucker Punch. I'm telling you, there's none. All of their games are, not going to say all of them are massive hits, but all of them are hits. So I was going to play, and I started playing, and I had the same reaction that you did, Kiro. Beautiful world. That first section when you start riding with the horse to the open flower field, bro, and dude, I'm doing that on the
photo mode is unbelievable. It's not tacked on. It's like a whole separate game in a game. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's good. That was beautiful. That game is beautiful. You can see that it was made specific for PlayStation because you use everything on your controller. You use the tact screen here.
Yes, yes.
You have the triggers, you have the vibration, you have everything. You know this game was built for a PlayStation 5. And I have the first gen PlayStation 5s. I can't imagine how this game looks on the PlayStation Pro. So I'm happy for you, Kirok. I'm gonna have to drop on one of your streams to see how it goes on the PlayStation 5.
Right.
But yeah, that's the game that I played the full week. Fantastic game. I suggest anyone that hasn't played this game to play this game. And obviously, in a few weeks, there's going to be a Platinator video about that. And it's great trophy list. Like, it's very balanced. It's not focused only on one sort of thing. You have several challenges, and they're not too hard that's going to make you frustrated. But again, they're not going to be too easy. They're just like, oh, easy peasy. No, there's a very good balance on the trophy. So it's a fantastic game that actually surprised me. And the worst thing about this game, and I said before we started the podcast, the worst thing about this game is it's following a masterpiece that is Ghost of Tsushima. Because if this game was a standalone game, if it was a different samurai name, it would have been praised by so many people. But following Ghost of Tsushima was a challenge that it did not overcome.
Wow.
I would agree with you on that. And Fry, what have you been playing?
I'm in the same boat as Kirok. I've not had time to play anything this week. However, I am going to start playing the new Star Fox to see how I feel about it, because I'm a huge fan. And you might very quickly be seeing a review of it very soon on the channel.
Nice.
And
nice.
You're not getting out of it, Burley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to
That's
think
the attitude. That's the attitude we need.
Yeah. So we do have a great show for you all. We've got some negative stories with pricing and some stuff with GTA, and both Microsoft and PlayStation stepping on rakes here. But at the end, our topic of the show, each one of us is going to talk about our favorite game for the first half of 2026. Because I can't believe we're already halfway through the year already.
God damn, it's flying. It's flying.
It is flying indeed. Yep. But for our first story, Steam Machine. We got the pricing. Now we all have been waiting on baton's breath for when is Valve going to reveal it? When are we going to get the pricing? And we did end up getting it. We're going to be going through just a few different articles that I have here, but it's like starting at $1049 US for the 512 with no controller, going up to like $1,400 for the 2 terabyte with controller. You have 4 different options, but Valve did learn, compared to the Steam controller, you had to sign up into their lottery and have had account for over a year and done a purchase for you to get in. Yeah, Steam Machine finally revealed, and I'm just pulling and just switching this quick art article here. They originally meant it for $750 US, which
that's
I think I think we all would have easily preferred, but that would have tried to be better for a console comparison of pricing. Like, because now this thing is more expensive, the entry, than a PS5 Pro, and
not even as powerful.
Yeah, so now you do have all these tech YouTubers that are making their own Steam Machine, because Valve, I'll give them credit here, they did with the announcement and release dates of these and the pricing. They were like, here you go, here's Steam OS 3.8. You just, but you know, you're not using this with an NVIDIA GPU unless you really hate yourself. It's AMD based or nothing. But what do you guys have to say on all this?
I will say just a simple thing of like, whether this thing was $750 or its current price now, I feel like Valve still could have like took a hit either way. Like, I get why they had to price it no matter what, the way they did. My only issue with it though is like I still feel like you can build a better PC no matter what those price points they would have sold it to you as, because if you've seen some of the benchmarks going around for it, yeah, you have the benefit of it being a PC, but it does not perform as good as a base PS5, and yet it's currently if it was $750, it would have cost more than a base PS5 currently is. So the only benefit to it is, yeah, you have Steam OS and it's a PC, but you can't upgrade it or change anything. So if this is a good deal for someone, I'd say fine, but I just don't. I feel like, yeah, they should have priced, no matter what price they ended up with, it should have been lower, and they should have. I feel like they could have eaten the cost and been fine, because it is Valve at the end of the day.
That's the thing. That's the thing, Freeman. I do understand what you're saying. It is a bit expensive, yes. But when you buy a console, either an Xbox, either a PlayStation, they are already selling on a loss. We all know that, because they want you in their ecosystem, so that you spend money. Like you're going to spend money on PlayStation Plus. You're going to spend money on controllers. I'm on my 4th controller on the PlayStation 5 alone, all because of the AFC. I don't have the headset. People get the headset. I have a PlayStation Portal. They're gaining money. They didn't win the money from me from the console. They lost money when they sold me the console, but they're winning money with all their exclusives that I'm buying, everything that's inside their ecosystem. So they're getting money there. Steam now has the Steam controller, but doesn't have as big of an ecosystem. Like, they can't get money for internet access, because that's their main thing. You have to be online to be able to buy the games more cheap. So I do understand why they're not going on a loss, because there's not a lot of ways to recoup the money. So I can still, it's expensive, and I'm telling you, it's a fucking great time to become single, because now I have money for that machine. I'm gonna get that shit because I love it. No, I'm gonna get it, because since many years ago when they started announcing, I think this is perfect. This is perfect because it gives you access to a store that gives you fair prices, and I think a lot of people are gonna think this way. They're gonna be like, I'd rather spend this amount of money. I'm not going to say get the best, the highest tier, but I'm going to spend the money and I'm going to save it on games instead of spending, let's say, I'm not going to name games, but instead of spending 30 euros or 40 euros on the PlayStation Store, on the Xbox Store, I can get the same game on the Steam Store for maybe 10 euros, 5 euros, because they do crazy price. And the moment we are in the Steam Summer Sale, so there's a lot of, I haven't seen it. I might give it a jump after we're done here, but I'm pretty sure there's amazing deals going on. I'm pretty sure, and there's going to be great games, way cheaper than on your competition. So paying more for the Steam machine, it's going to compensate at the end, because you're going to have a huge library at a fraction of what it would be in their competition.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's an all-in-one machine, so you'd be fine with it. I still think, for me specifically, though, I wouldn't buy this, even if I didn't have a PC. I just think it's a little overpriced for what it is. But if it does the job for everyone, that's perfectly fine. And I get why they have to do it. And it's not just they couldn't do it; they had no choice, given the certain bubble we're in right now with computer parts and everything.
Thank you.
It's just kind of. Thank you. Yes, and Gen AI and Sam Altman, go to hell. So it's just what I saw of it. It's like, if I'm buying something, I'd kind of do care about performance a little bit. So considering it's close enough, but not as good as a base PS5, I wouldn't have bought it. I mean, you could adjust a few things, sure, but I'm just, as someone who has a PC, I wouldn't buy this even as like a secondary PC to put in my living room. I feel like I have some PC parts around. I could just go build one equivalent to that. So, but it's overall, I still think it's at least it looks like a decent machine for what it is. It's just the price alone is very much like, no, I for what I'm going to use it for now. If I ended up buying one, no thanks.
Apparently, it's just slightly taller than a GameCube.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why it's
the GameCube. Yeah.
That's why it's the Gabe Cube.
So when I saw this, like when they first announced it back when, I was like, hey, this is awesome. We could take it, connect it to a TV. I could put it on my television in the living room. I like the idea. And everybody back then, when I say everybody, I mean all the tech YouTubers were all theorizing this thing's going to be the best would be if it was $500. Most people were landing around $800, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it comes out, and the prices that you show on screen, Burley, those are U.S. prices, right?
No, this is Canadian.
There you go.
2,000. That's before the tax and fees.
Yeah,
that's for the highest tier.
$38 for the 2 terabyte with the controller and the 2 faceplates. You can magnetically remove them.
Yeah,
them in.
The lowest spec one here in Canada is $1,509 before taxes and fee. Like, you could buy a PS5, like here in Canada, I could buy the PS5 Pro, buy the better stand, buy the disc thing, and still have enough to go buy Ghost of Yotai, buy Spider-Man 2, buy Ratchet and Clank, buy a couple other games. I'd still have like $10 or $20 left over.
So the thing is the cost is the biggest thing that is going to shut people out. Now, I didn't consider what you were talking about a second ago, Fubu, because you mentioned that, for someone who might not have a PC, this is the greatest thing because you can go into their ecosystem. Yes, it's a big cost up front, but then later on, you don't have to worry about buying necessarily a controller because if you have a controller, it works through Bluetooth. Otherwise, if you really want, you could buy their controller, but then there's an extra cost there. Yeah. But to play online, you don't have to pay because you're already online. And their games, like you said, they have tons of sales. They have a spring sale, winter sale, Halloween sale, Christmas sale. Like they have all kinds of sales, right? Yeah. So I look at this thing in 2 ways. It was on my wish list. I took it off once the price came up, mainly because I'm like you, Fryman, where I have a whole bunch of computer parts. In fact, I have other computers that I've built. One is overpowers this. It's more powerful than the PS5 Pro, but not as powerful as my gaming rig. And that's the one I use on the TV. And then I have another shipbox computer, let's say, which is just slightly on par with this, maybe a little weaker. And I could literally now erase Windows off it because I never purchased Windows on it. I'm only using the Please Authenticate version of Windows. So I can wipe it and install SteamOS on it, and I'll have something that is more or less around the same power as this. And I didn't have to go out and spend any money to do it. It's just if you're already a PC builder, PC lover, of course, in this economy, that's crazy, right? But if you have stuff flying around, if you know how to put them together and do things like that, you can potentially get something that's equal or greater or a slightly better. It's hard to say, but you don't have to spend the money. And Canadian, this is a shit ton of money. Like, I bet you could buy their Steam Deck for cheaper and just hook that up to the TV and you're good. I don't know.
Give or take.
It won't be as powerful, obviously, because it won't have the same cooling solution, the same chip.
And it won't have you'd have to temper your expectations for what games you want to play.
Right.
To which this one, at least you can do like 4K if you wanted to, but if you care about 60 frames, you might have to tweak it a few bits here and there.
I was watching some video online, and they were saying that they went back and changed what they said 4K 60 to up to 4K.
I don't know if that's
real.
Too.
Yeah.
No, it was real. I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
It's
sorry.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say I can see once you made your point, Fubu, where this may fit, and I don't blame Steam at all because of the way the economy is. But it's on that fence enough so that I got a feeling they're gonna get anywhere from like 30 to 40% less people buying it easily. Anyways, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say because I have my Steam page open here, and the summer sale, it has Stellar Blade at 46.89 euros, so 33% off. And I go on the PlayStation, which this is used to be an exclusive. If you want to buy Stellar Blade, it's 80 euros. So they're giving. It's not really 33%. It's almost a 50% compared to your competition. And if you want to buy this game on Steam, the full price is 70 euros, so 10 euros less than if you would buy on the PlayStation network on the PSN. So that's why I'm telling you, it is expensive, yes, right now, but in the long haul, you're gonna make your money
save
back.
money.
Especially if you game alone. If you're a guy that doesn't have the time because works so many hours, has a very active social life, and you don't have the time to play, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just play on your phone, something like that. Don't touch it. But if you like to play a lot, you can compare with your competition, and you can see that it will be in the long haul. It's going to give you not profit, but you're going to spend way less money. It's an investment.
And that also, to give it some credence over the consoles, it is a PC at the end of the day.
True.
So it doesn't look exactly like one, but it functions like one. So if you do certain things and you're willing to put up with a Linux-based operating system, because there is limitations to that, you can use it for a variety of other things too. So that gives it a little bit more value than consoles, because the most you can do with consoles is load up a media app and watch it and watch like videos or movies or whatever. You can maybe listen to music at best.
Good point. There's more flexibility.
But mainly you buy a console to play video games, and PCs you do more than just play video games.
No, the idea of this device, I like it. I really, really do like the ideas and thoughts behind this device, because it's just like, hey, for those that don't want to build a PC or buy a pre-build or stuff like that, and they just want a thing, they don't have to worry, because everyone's Steam machine has the same specs other than storage. Storage is the only thing that changes on this, so you don't have to worry about, I don't have to sit there worry about AMD graphic driver updates or NVIDIA graphic driver updates. Like when they do the updates, because it's all the same device, the shaders and stuff will all compile with this much easier, like console. That is all great, and I love that. It's the pricing, I get, is hard, but Valve makes a ton of money, like through the with some of the nice things with Steam, with some games on Steam. You get trading cards, and if you buy stuff on the Steam summer sale, you'll get trading cards back if you spend X amount. You can sell those back, get some money into your account. Valve takes a cut on all those sold, so they're getting money off that. They're also the whole CS:GO and the skins and all that. They make dirty money. Like, so I love, because there are people, the diehards, that'll defend everything Valve does, and it's like, Valve can subsidize these costs. Valve just chooses not to.
And just to add to that, though, Valve/Steam is the PC platform you're buying and playing games on. The most competition they have is GOG and Epic Games, but people use Epic Games to play Fortnite. Not many people go to Epic Games to buy and play video games unless they have to. GOG mainly has old games, but they do have benefits compared to Steam. But Steam is the platform. They're not like Sony or Nintendo or Microsoft, because the console market is small. So by all means, they have the money. To add to what Burley was saying, they get the money no matter what. They're gonna get the money no matter what. So they could have, in theory, eaten the costs, but this time they just chose not to, given a lot of things surrounding the launch of the Steam machine.
My only hope is that eventually, and we'll talk about this later on with one of the other price increase stories we have later in the show, is, yes, I don't like talking about them either, but that apparently we're going to have hardware go up again. again next year, by next fall of next year, is theorized. Like my only hope is what I'm hoping this. Besides the whole AI bubble, I want this to burst so badly and get hardware back down to much reasonable. I'm hoping if that happens, Valve goes, okay, you know what? The prices on these, we have them way too high. We need to cut them down. But I want to have faith in Valve. I want to have faith in these companies, but I just it's hard to say. We're gonna have to wait and see on that.
Mm-hmm.
Barely from my experience in life, prices only go up; they never go down.
Yeah.
No, it's because.
And that ding was just perfect time there.
Next.
Some of you guys brought up some good points. Like I'm at a point now where I'm going, maybe I should go into the raffle.
Well, the raffle's already ended.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That makes the decision for me.
Barely got all the raffles.
No, I actually got all the raffles here. I actually did put in before I saw the price. I did it as a joke.
Sure.
So you can change the SSD. It's actually pretty easy, they say.
Probably.
And you can change the memory too, but then you have to be a little more tech savvy because you got to take stuff out, disconnect some cables and things like that. It is possible. And I think if I'm not mistaken, the RAMs, there's 2 RAM slots, but it comes with only one populated with a 16 gig and the other one is empty. So all you would really need to do is insert an extra RAM slot. But I don't remember what the max is for the machine. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it's very high.
Yeah.
For these, but
something like that. I wouldn't want to take it apart personally.
Yeah, no, these I would not want to be sitting at, like, changing the drive on this. Like, it's not like a normal desktop computer where it would take you 5 minutes kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is going to be a half hour to an hour project, if not more, and then be doing all the like, I know with cloning some stuff with SteamOS, I know it can give you some issues. Mm-hmm. So if you were changing drives, from people I've heard in the past, I've not done it myself, so I can't fully comment. But like, if you are interested in this kind of device, but you're put off with the price of the device itself, check, like, you know what? If you want PC gaming, but you don't have the highest budgets, check these pre-builds from places. You can start with that. And then, you know what? If you don't get a lot of memory or the GPU isn't enough for you and you want higher, you can take out the GPU and get a new GPU in there. Like,
later on,
you can do that. So start off with what you can afford and change as you go. So yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Anything else on the Steam machine?
I like the Knight Rider light.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I like it. The price is a bit expensive, but I do like the idea behind it.
Yeah.
If you don't have a PC, then it makes total sense. It's still on the pricey side, in my opinion, for what you get in terms of hardware specs, but it makes sense if you don't have a PC.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Now, let's go to GTA pricing here. And Fubu, sorry to tell you, it looks like GTA6 is coming this year in November.
No, this is all a ploy. Listen to me. This is all a ploy.
Okay.
There's this river in Egypt called the Nile, and I'm in there. No, listen. They are doing a Sonic.
A Sonic?
Yes.
Okay.
You remember
elaborate, please.
Yes, please.
You know
I
when
need to know.
the first Sonic movie came out and it didn't look like Sonic, and everyone got mad and they said, "Okay, we're going to delay the movie,
I remember,
and we're going to make Sonic look right, and it's a major success." They are doing the same. They need to delay the game, but they don't have the heart to say we have to delay the game. So they're saying this: not gonna give you a CD, we're gonna give you a code, and everyone's going mad. Stores are refusing to sell the physical copies, and they're going to be like, give it a week or two, they're going to be like, well, listening to our community, they are not happy, blah 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 blah. We will delay the game to next year so we can send first physical copies for first day purchasers. It's going to be, that's what they're going to do. That's why I'm telling you, it's going to be a Sonic. It's a tactic. They need to start releasing stuff because people are getting antsy, but they need to figure out a way to delay it. And until the game is out on November, in my mind, it's going to be like they're going to delay it, and they're using this as a tactic to do that. So we will wait and see. But I'm not happy. Sorry, I started rambling about this, so I'm gonna continue. I'm not happy because I remember when GTA 5 came a few years ago. Came with the CD, came with the map. It's a staple of a GTA game where you buy the physical copy
and
get it comes with map.
Yes.
Like nowadays on 4 and 5 with the with the introductions of sorry, my throat. With the introductions of the GPS and stuff, it shows on the map. Okay, makes sense to have like a guideline. I remember playing Vice City, at least Vice City. I don't think I had at the time. Vice City, and for sure GTA 3. Having the map open here, like I'm here, how do I get to this spot? And I got okay, I have to go make it a right, like I was doing a real trip, you know. I don't remember doing that. But anyway, the map is a staple of the physical edition, and they are making us pay more for the standard edition, which is not the full edition. It's a downgrade because we're going to talk about that, but I'll spit it out. Which is, if you buy the Ultimate Edition, you'll have stores that's going to give you different stuff. That's bullshit. That's not the full. If you don't have that, you don't have the full experience. So they are you're paying 80 euros for an incomplete game. Okay, so you're paying more money for an incomplete game, and you don't have a CD, you don't have a map, not even a card saying thank you for waiting 12 years, right? Or is it more? I don't even know.
13 years.
And not even a card saying thank you for waiting 13 years. So it's very, very disappointing from them to do this. But yeah, I'm going to get the game anyway. I have to play that game. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, you are now, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Barely, why don't you go through the stories first before we go, before anyone say anything. Go rambling, I should say.
I'm sorry.
So GTA 6 pricing, it's Murple's fault. I know he's not here, but he agrees with that. So yeah, we have the pricing with the base coming at 80 USD and the 100 for the Ultimate Edition, and we'll go into that. Some retailers deciding not to sell GTA 6 because it is not getting a physical edition. All it is they box with a code slapped in there, and they are saying this because we don't want leaks.
So allegedly leaks.
Alleged leaks could happen because retail and all that, and that has happened. But it's also, I feel they want everyone to buy brand new copies and not go, hey, you played GTA 6, you marathon in a month and you're done, trade it in, and then, I can go buy the used copy, $15 less. They don't want that. Rockstar wants that money. They spent $1 billion. They want billions fast.
Yeah.
And it's not getting, as we can see here, a physical release anytime soon. Like a proper physical.
Yeah, due to there being a rumor that someone contacted Rockstar customer support, and allegedly, based on the interaction they had with this customer support agent, it alleged that maybe down the line there could be a proper physical release in the coming months, say as early as December, a month after it comes out, as well as a notable leaker actually who did confirm a few things prior with Rockstar before to be true. They're saying, oh no, it will happen. And now, apparently, according to the Hollywood Reporter right here that we're seeing, that is not going to happen anytime soon. So, Yeah. So no matter what, especially when it comes to PC, this game is fully digital, no matter what, day one, when it comes out. And well, I guess since I've been rambling, I'll just say, thanks for making me an asshole, Rockstar. I was defending you last episode, mainly because to me, stupid people were saying, "Oh, it's going to do this or that." And I'm like, well, I was half right and mostly half wrong, because you did $80, so it's not. Yeah, I can still buy this game for a price that's not 100, but you're basically forcing me to buy it for 100 because now I'm going to be locked out of the cool stuff. So thanks, assholes. But also just in general, it's like, yeah, to go off what Fubu said, I don't think this means a delay is going to happen, because yeah, a lot of people are going to get mad about a physical release not really being a physical release, but that hasn't stopped certain developers before. There are two games that come to mind that were purely digital in 2023. That was Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 launched with no physical release whatsoever, but it came to every platform minus Switch 2 because it didn't exist. And so, but in a year, and Steam, because Epic Games published that game, so you can only play it on Epic Games if you wanted to play it on PC. But it got a physical through a third-party vendor such as Limited Run Games, and a proper cool collector's edition, which I do own, and it's pretty cool. But still, and then Baldur's Gate 3 was technically a AAA early access game that you could pay $60 for back in 2020, and then it kept getting updated, and then its proper 1.0 release came out in August or September of 2023, and it didn't get a physical release until a year later.
Much later,
and yeah. So I don't think this is gonna stop them, because at the end of the day, most people don't care, and about this, they'll get angry for sure, and maybe when the PC version inevitably comes out, we could see a proper physical release if there's demand for it. I don't think that's going to necessarily impact a delay, but if anything, I could definitely see them making a statement about it at some point in time, and maybe if enough people complain, they can lower the price and get rid of this stupid bullshit of let's lock everything to the Ultimate Edition. But yeah, other than that, though, I am disappointed to see that Rockstar is also continuing annoying trends in gaming, because I feel like one of the precedents this game is going to set, not just the $80 price point, which means every game is going to be 80 US and adjusted to different currencies. It's going to start carrying trends that have been in this game in gaming that I wish would die, which is let's lock everything behind an expensive edition and a lot of games do it. It's just now it's going to happen to single player games, and it already happened. It's mainly like EAFC. It's mainly every game by 2K. It's every fucking game Ubisoft makes every so often, where they're basically selling you cheat codes to some of their single player games. And now this could potentially be a thing where a lot of features are just going to get locked behind spending on the most expensive edition. And it already happened with certain games, such as the more recent Yakuza games, like Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. They locked they had the New Game Plus mode literally locked to its Ultimate Edition. So if you wanted to fully 100% complete that game, because it requires you to have New Game Plus, you have to spend a lot of money just to do that. So that's what has me more worried, as well as them raising the fucking price to now $80 could very, very quickly become the new standard. So thanks, Rockstar. I might still play the game, but now this is a slightly lower priority for me when it comes out. Right. So we'll see. I'm going to play it by ear, though. The only thing I'd say is they have a chance to like change their mind if they get enough backlash, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're seeing the numbers come in from the pre-orders. They're like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
They're gonna these idiots are gonna buy it anyway. So
I think they did 3 million in pre-orders already.
That allegedly they did 3 million. I've seen people disprove that.
So Fryman, tell me how you really feel.
I'm pissed off. God damn it!
You know what?
Fuck you, Rockstar.
I don't blame you. What do I got to say on this? I'm not buying the game. Didn't have an interest. Even when 5 came out, I didn't have an interest to buy it. I ended up buying it used, which I can't do now for 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I played it, and I didn't play it that much, and I was like, okay, it just looks better, but it's the same violent shit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't condone violence, but at the same time, in a game, it's a fake Maple Leaf world, and if there's any place you could do violence, do it in a game, okay? But I mean, look at me. I'm playing Ghost of Yote, and we're slicing up people left, right, and center, right? Going back to this topic about the pricing, I think what this game might represent is the final nail in the coffin for physical. Like it's something where this is the biggest game of I might dare to say all time. Probably the most expensive that they've ever made, and everybody, and when I say everybody, I'm talking about Ubisoft, EA, 2K, all the other guys are watching this, probably Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft or Xbox, and they're going, is this going to work? How's this going to go? These guys went out on a limb. They're probably the guys who can pull it off, and they're going to see this be pulled. It's going to be pulled off, even though it's expensive to buy the game. And they're gonna go, well, yeah, we're not making any physicals. It's gonna happen faster. It's like a curve. Instead of gradually going up, it's just gonna shoot up and faster and faster and faster. It's just gonna go crazy. That's what I think is gonna happen from this. I'm not buying it though. I have no interest in it. So
it's fair.
Yeah, but to Fry's point of, like the Ultimate Edition lock, like that is just sleaze. That's just sleaze. And the problem is, I see so many people that are against it, against saying, I condone this, I'm not for this, I'm not for this. And you know what they show you right after that on their next post on social media? Pre-order the Ultimate Edition, guys. It's like, you are the problem. Rockstar's the problem for doing it. You are part of the problem, because if you give them money, you condone this. You're saying this is okay because they can see all the negative backlash on social media, but if they got 3 million in pre-orders or whatever the number is, and be like, well, we made 75% of our budget back already on the pre-orders before the game comes out, people don't care. They can bark all they want. We're rolling in the money, baby. Like
you can't sell it later on. You can't lend it to a friend.
No.
It's useless, pretty much.
It's useless. The one small good thing they're doing is they're saying, hey, the preload, we're giving you 1 week of preload. Because you know the day this comes out, don't try and download anything on the PlayStation Store. The Xbox Store might still have some bandwidth because it's the Xbox Store. Not as many people buying or downloading games there. Sorry, but
it also plays best on PS5. Don't forget that part.
Oh yeah, that they took that off, then apparently put it back on a new one.
They took it off. They took the image off because they showed a disc, a PS5 model with a disc drive, and then they swapped it with the digital edition because allegedly it's because it's a digital code and there's no physical release.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, I was kind of thinking, because hey, the pre-order date was coming, we were going to get a trailer of this game. Show us something.
Yeah.
You know what we got? The thing. It was, hey, here's the price, give us money. Because over here in Canada, the Ultimate Edition with the tax is over $150
for a game.
For this game. Like,
wait.
I'm happy I'm not Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah, like actually give me a second. I can tell you how much just pull up my phone.
You get like early access, right? In the Ultimate Edition.
You don't get early access.
No, you get access to you get exclusive, you get skins, which they already have. Some of them are already in the standard edition. You mainly get exclusive shops potentially also exclusive story missions regarding those shops, but I don't know yet. That's all up in the air, really, because it seems like everyone's saying one thing or the other. But mainly the shops, which are for specific customization for both the main characters. You get certain mod shops for certain types of cars, as well as something with boats too. That's what I remember. But yeah, it's mainly just like they're locking essentially gameplay mechanics, which that is a trend. Again, I said earlier that I wish died a long time ago when we got tired of fucking loot boxes.
Yeah.
But no, apparently that Rockstar wants to bring that back. I guess they really forgot in the in the 7 or so years since they launched Red Dead 2. I guess I forgot how to release a fucking video game. To be honest with you.
The base edition here in Canada, $124.29.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's like, I get it, the Canadian currency and all that, and the whole tariffs and all that shit drives me nuts. But like, yes, I know this game will have a lot of content, or I'm hoping at least, because Rockstar usually does put a lot of effort in there. But so far, all we've seen is this is just GTA looking even nicer. I haven't it could have a good story, could have some stuff that we really care and we really wanna experience, but this just feels like this is a shakedown. And one thing we notice is that that has also been found. They are saying in all this, it's a single player game. So you're not launching with GTA Online.
Right.
But you're getting this 1 month to GTA Plus membership. And it's like that
no one uses at all unless you it's an unnecessary subscription service unless you both want some games from Rockstar's past, as well as obvious instant like shark cards for GTA Online. That's all you're getting, and it's only 1 month. I'm like, bitch, you better give me that for 1 fucking year.
If you buy the ultimate,
I want a year.
Just minimum, give you 2 fucking years, because they're not making on anything off that anyways. Like this is just wow. Like I am very curious to see this. Like I've had some interest in the game, but I'm not a GTA guy. Yeah. And it's like I've thought about this. It's like, I am a streamer and a content creator. Do I pick this up to just see how it is? But it's just like kind of voting with my wallet on this. It's just like, and you have to show me something.
Exactly.
Make me want to get this. Like there could be some good stuff in there, but right now you guys are just like, no.
They're shaking you down for your money before they even give you anything.
I mean, it's Rockstar. Rockstar's got a damn good track record with games in the past, okay? Red Dead Redemption 2 was fantastic. I loved that game to death. Played it and didn't Kirok affect it. So it's Rockstar. The likelihood is this game's going to be fantastic. The likelihood is there's going to be a great story. The likelihood is there's going to be incredible graphics, and it's going to be fun as hell. But we haven't seen a whole lot. What if this review's bad? What happens if this game reviews bad? Can you imagine what would happen?
Yeah.
Because of the cost and the amount of time and the investment in time that they took to do it, it would be a worse blunder than CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk.
I mean, yeah, it would be, but I feel like the only way for that to happen is if this launches like Cyberpunk launched, where it's a completely buggy, broken. It's completely broken and just was not obviously ready at all. But we don't know yet. The game, unless the game's out and we've all seen and played it, then we have no idea what state it's currently in. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's bugs at launch, but not like an unfinished game. I don't think we're going to get an unfinished game, but I
don't think so either. To be honest,
I'm definitely curious. And to their credit, at least, because I've seen worse examples of this. Even if you only buy the standard, I'm pretty sure at the very least you can see the game story from beginning to end. You know, they're not locking the story or the ending out of you. Unlike
Oh.
another fucking game from Warner Brothers years ago, Middle Earth Shadow of War, where they locked the real ending behind you either wasting hours of your life or paying for fucking loot boxes. That shit, unless they pull that shit, then I'm like, okay, this game at least it could still review well. It's just this Ultimate Edition shit is going to, and the overall price for it is going to be its biggest, like, you know, negative 20 points to its overall score, in my opinion. But I'll just say, no matter what happens with this game and whether I play it or not, I'm kind of done with Rockstar at this point. Like,
Grand Theft Gamer.
Grand Theft Gamer, indeed.
I don't think the game, like you're saying, Kirok, if it's like bad, I don't think the game is going to be that, because
I don't either. But there's a little devil on the shoulder that kind of hopes it will.
Of course, I know what you're saying. It's the hot girl at the club. Yeah, we're afraid. No, but because of the company that it is, it's like a sucker punch. They haven't done a game that missed, to be honest. All of their games, I'm not going to say they're perfect. They're very controversial, like with the Manhunt, with the Bullies. There's a lot of games that they have done that they've been.
Hey, their best story was in the table tennis game.
Yeah. That they made to as a showcase for their new engine at the time.
but like, if they had a bad game, I remember there was one game a few years ago that they even announced they were doing, which was called Agents, but maybe the game wasn't panning out, and instead of releasing the game, they just canceled it and they never released, never talked about it, never happened. So I think what's gonna happen with GTA is something that you don't usually see. I think people are gonna be turned off from the game because it's going to be too overwhelming. There's gonna be, what you're saying, I think it's gonna be way too much stuff to do. It's gonna be like a Crimson Desert situation where the world is too big. There's so many shit to do. I'm just gonna Kiriko effect. I don't have time for this shit. I'm gonna play a smaller game. I think but that's not their problem. As long as they have the money, as long as they have the money to purchase, they're gonna be happy with that. So yeah, it's not really their problem. But yeah, this is gonna be, if it comes out this year, I think for me it's gonna be Game of the Year, in my opinion. Usually what GTA does, it's a Game of the Year game.
Yeah. Then also the pre-orders could also go up when they get full into the marketing swing and they start doing like journalist previews down the road, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Like the second we start seeing more of it, I could see the pre-orders go up, and then if it starts getting good positive press early on, I could see it's like, all right, it might, and like Fubu said, it could be a Game of the Year contender. We just don't know yet. So it's all a waiting game. Just right now, it's like with the price, I'm just kind of like, okay, thanks Rockstar. You're trying to rob us.
If Rockstar wants to save face, in my opinion, it's very hard to do this. Don't get me wrong; it's going to be very hard. The logistic behind it is going to be terrible. But because they say they're afraid of leaks and stuff like that, just say this: buy the physical copy. We're going to give you a code day one, and then in 2 months, the people that bought the code, they will get a physical copy from their retailers. We're going to send to their retailers, and the retailer's going to give the physical copy to you. And I think everyone would be happy. They would save face because that's what we really want. We want the physical. We want the CD. We want to have the CD in our hands.
Yeah, that would be nice of them to do, but they're not going to do that. They're wanting of, you buy it now, then the physical edition comes out. Well, I got the box. I need the disc. So then I'm going to double dip. Like they saw how many people double dipped with GTA 5, how many multiple times, all that. They want that. They know they're going to do this because you're not going to get a GTA 7 before 2035. Like, at least.
Yeah. That'll probably be their next game in general, to be honest.
That could be a Red Dead 3. You can hold out hope there, but
I feel like when the GTA comes out, we're all going to be playing it on the retirement home. That's what we're going to be doing.
With the Steam Machine 4.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I was reading articles about the game being like 600 gigabytes. Is that
No, there's no.
no number.
Like
to speak of.
that's
I've heard also it's going to be 200 gigs apparently, because that's the other reason why they chose not to do a physical disc, because they would basically have to print like 2 Blu-ray discs just to put the whole game on there. That's I believe a 4K Blu-ray disc only holds up to 100 gigs. So okay, but there's no concrete rumors. We won't know until the preload actually starts or they reveal something about it. I could see the PC release being more than 200 gigs though. I wouldn't be surprised there.
I just want to see something though. I want to see like a trailer of the game. Show me gameplay. They did this with PS3 and GTA 5 where it was like a good 20-minute, 30-minute video where they showed how you went from one character to another and playing like I haven't seen that in this yet.
Well, we've seen nothing.
We've not seen nothing besides the few story trailers we've gotten and then the cover art reveal. If they're doing, I still think they're doing how they're going to do what they did with Red Dead's marketing. We're getting the pre-orders now. We got the cover arts. A month or two later, we're going to get proper gameplay because that's what they did with Red Dead, in like August of 2018 when which was the year it came out. That's when they finally showed gameplay, and then we're going to keep getting gameplay as leading up to release, as well as previews from game journalists and some influencers. So if that's what they do, we'll see how it goes. All I'd say though, it would have been nice to see something about it besides just, oh hey, pre-orders are live. Okay, go lose your money, I guess. give us your wallet. And so yeah.
My last. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, to put it bluntly, as we said earlier, with the topic of with this topic, it's Murple's fault.
Yes, it is Murple's fault. My other one, just quick thing is, for the love of God, Rockstar, since you're going this greedy, for the love of God, I better not, like, if you do, when this does come out and you announce and say, hey, GTA Online is coming for this, you better not even go to us and be like, hey, you want GTA Online for GTA6? Give us money to get to the online, because I'm going to just go like, I got GTA Online already at home with GTA 5.
Yeah, sure. I did read something that GTA Online was going to be separated from the main. I know it's going to come 1 month later, but they were saying it's going to be separated.
Yeah, there's rumors that they're for people that just want to buy the online that never touch the single player and stuff. They're going to make a separate edition, and you can just
like a standalone.
Yeah, GTA Online, GTA 6 Online, and you can buy that. But till we have details, we only speculate. Yeah.
Well, I'll keep my eye out on it either way, but yeah, this is not a priority for me when it comes out.
I'm going to tell you, Fry, I'm going to tell you, Kiro, you're saying this now. As soon as you start you see the trailers, you start to see the gameplay, you will all get FOMO and you will want to buy the game. Trust me. That's how it works. That's how it works. I remember at the time when GTA 5K came out on the 13 years ago. Yeah, I was like super busy at the time. I was finishing uni. Yeah, I was finishing uni, trying to find a job. I was way too busy to worry about about video games in general. And as soon as I saw the trailer, I'm not even the normal gameplay, but the multiplayer trailer, I saw that shit like 5 times in a row because I was amazed. And then just like that, FOMO hit, and I need to get this game, man.
Oh man!
So trust me, when the marketing starts and they start to show, you can do this, you can do this, you can write this, you can go this way, you're gonna want to get it. I'm pretty sure that it was one thing they know what to do. It's marketing. They are very good at marketing.
Yeah. I make Burley play it if I do. So there you go.
No.
We'll
when it
get
comes
the
to
review done.
Switch 2, the Warrior version.
Yeah. That's a
show
funny.
me that,
That's a funny word for your PS5.
I don't know.
Actually, no. I'll give you the Xbox version.
My heart's set on Grand Theft Fable.
Yeah. Well, I think that's enough of GTA 6. And speaking of Fable, Rebel Wolves have lowered the PC requirements of Blood of the Dawnwalker. And in the image we have here is kind of Fable-like.
Yeah, okay.
Totally was not stretching that at all. Trying to get that. So now players need just to run it, would need to at least an i5 11th gen or a Ryzen 7 2nd gen with 16 gigs of RAM, a 1060 GPU, or an AMD RX 580, and require 60 gigs of hard drive space. They're recommending you have much better hardware, but it's actually nice to see that have lowered it, and for people that are on that have older PCs, older hardware, you can still get into this game. You can still have a chance to play it and enjoy it, which is so nice.
Yeah. Especially for a game made in Unreal Engine 5, where they require you to basically have a PS5 level PC to even get the best, a good enough performance. This is pretty good in my opinion. So it makes me feel okay that maybe it will actually be properly optimized when it comes out. So maybe I won't feel so bad buying it on PC if I end up buying it. I'm going to wait on it, though.
It's coming on all platforms, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Not the
just
Switch 2.
Besides that one. Yeah, besides that one.
I'm not a very hardware guy. I don't understand that much. But there's something, I do know business. And the thing is, why are you going to make your requisites way too high when it's very expensive to get
hardware? Yeah.
That makes no sense. Like, if your requisites are too high, people won't buy your game. If people don't buy your game, you're screwed, because your business is selling games. So yeah, that's not for this game only, like all games in general. I don't understand graphics. They evolve, and people should evolve with the time. That's what technology is. But you have to understand your market. Like, you have to see the type of people that you're trying to sell. If the type of people that you're trying to sell have not top of the range computer game sets, don't make the requirements too high. If the people that you want to sell are hardcore gamers and always have the highest technology, then you need to study your market. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to know your market. Without knowing your market, you're going to flop. And I think they did the research. I hope they did that research. I hope they did the research and they realized, maybe the people we want to sell the game to, they don't have the best specs, and they won't be able to upgrade nowadays because everything is way too expensive. Let's lower it a little bit. So kudos to them. I like that attitude.
Yeah. I would say, though, just to answer some hardware questions, half the reason why they do go higher end or base, or like they try to be base PS5, is purely because, that's what they want to target, because that's what they want to optimize for. They want to optimize and make you have to have a PS5-esque device that can run the games effectively, because that's what they want to aim for in terms of optimization. But also, it's been a growing issue with just the AAA gaming as a whole, where they're deciding too late to optimize games. And one of the worst games last year that was the victim of that was Borderlands 4. That's still broken to this day. And that even Epic themselves, because they made the game in Unreal 5 and they own Unreal, they outright said it's like a lot of the issues isn't always entirely the engine, because that's the whole thing with the engine. It's just hard to work with, and then a lot of games come out with it, it's broken half the time. But or they look like shit, or they run like shit. And even the CEO kind of made a point to where it's like, one of the problems y'all are having is you are deciding at the end of the development timeline to optimize your game for certain hardware specs, because on PC there's so many of them. You kind of have to pick one, and just you have to pick the base one that you want to optimize for, and then everything after that is whatever you want to do. And to their credit, though, the fact that they got it maybe running well on a GTX 1060, which is like almost 10
That's
plus
an
year
old
old
card. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
that's
one
a
sitting
very-
around.
Yeah, that's a very old card that most people don't own anymore, but there are a majority of people that own that still. This could be a sign the game is really well optimized, but we don't know yet.
Mhm.
But yeah, with the growing problem of, especially if you use Unreal 5, you are choosing too late to optimize the game for the hardware that you're going to release it for, and that's leading you to issues. And from the sounds of it, it's like they took the approach of like, let's just optimize while we're developing it, and then we were able to revise and fix it to where now people who have a lower spec machine can at least play the game until they at a decent frame rate until they eventually upgrade when things calm down, that is. So yeah, I'm glad to see it still, but that is essentially why most AAA devs have their issues. It was the other reason why they had, like, the Xbox Series S was also known to be a pretty bad machine to optimize for because it had lower memory than the other two. But it's all at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, some AAA devs are just kind of lazy. Let's be honest.
I mean, there was a show that we talked about, Blood of the Dawnwalker, not too long ago, a few episodes back, where it wasn't even a game that was on my radar. But after we discussed it, I'm like, okay, I'm interested. I'm interested in seeing this. I know Merple is dying for this game. But the thing, when it comes to specs and them finally doing this, I have like 4 gaming PCs. 4? Yeah, my brother has his own. I'm not counting that. I have 4. One's a VR system, but that's stuck in 2014, so we'll get rid of that. The other 2 are the 2 that I mentioned. One is a little bit weaker, kind of on par with the Steam Machine specs. The other one's a lot more powerful than the Steam Machine specs, and then my main gaming machine is way more powerful. So I have a machine that can run this at what they recommend, which is the Ryzen 7 5700, 16 gigs of RAMs, RX 6700. I have the 105070 Ti, but what I'm getting at is this. Even though you might have specs that don't, or that may be the same or above the recommended, or specs that fall somewhere in between, or even the minimum, the other machines I have fall below their minimum required that I'm seeing on screen right now. But you can still run the game. You just can't run it with all that eye candy. You'll have to dumb down a lot of the graphics and customize it to work for your system. It's one of those things where I think I side with Fubo. It's like their business is selling games, right? Why would you make your game to a point where half the hardware out there can't even run it? You're limiting your seller base or your purchaser where people can buy, right? I get what you're saying, Fryman, about them optimizing for specific and so on, right? But
especially optimizing too late in development. They have no idea how well their game is going to run once they finally release it.
It's one of those things that they need to take into account when they're in the middle of creation of the game. Hardware from 3 years ago barely falls in between these two ends. You know what I'm saying? And people aren't going to go out there and buy hardware every 3 years, especially when in that 3-year period the hardware tripled and quadrupled in price. It's stupid, right? So I mean, I'm okay, but again, even if you have hardware that falls somewhere in the middle, you could probably still play the game and have a good time and enjoy the game. You just may not be able to turn on all the rays and all the nice specular shit and all that, you know?
Still though,
if you have a console, get it on a console, then you have to worry about it.
Pretty much.
I was gonna say I bought even though I have a good PC and well over their recommended. I bought this on console because also the physical edition comes with little goodies, the steelbook map, all that stuff, and because I pre-ordered early enough with physical through Best Buy, I get a $15 back in Best Buy money and a Best Buy gift card. So it was like, okay, I'm getting $15 back on my money on the purchase. So that kind of it kind of helps for other games because remember this comes out in Broketember, the start of Broketember. So yeah, we're gonna need all that money you can for other games and stuff. But anywho, we've got another good gaming story. Put them back to back, which is nice. Star Wars Galactic Racer turns pod racing into a challenging roguelike. Well, we know roguelites are an awesome genre, and they're not going away. So, yeah, as you're going through this game in the campaign mode and you're doing races and stuff, you're going to get options. Do I take this? Do I take that? Do I take this? Which I kind of like something different. I haven't played any racing game with any roguelike elements. I don't know if anyone has here. Or if there has.
Not really.
I wouldn't say no. I'll say no, but I could see what they're talking about, though. In silence.
Because you're saying it's the comment that I said before when we start the podcast. It's Mario Kart in space. Mario Kart is a roguelike. It's a roguelike because when you start a race, you don't know what items you're gonna get. I know there's a lot of RNG. You don't know if you're gonna get the bullet, if you're gonna get the shrooms, if you're gonna get the turtles. That's a roguelike because you don't know what you're gonna get. Because when you play a roguelike, the only thing that you know when you start Mario Kart is, I know the track, I know the shortcuts. I don't know my opponents. They can be good, they can be bad. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I know they're in that specific situation. But I don't know what I'm gonna get, and it's gonna depend because I've seen that you get like if you're in the back, you tend to get more of the blue shell, right? I don't play Mario Kart that much.
Yeah, when you're in the when you're in the lower rankings, they tend to give you more items that can help you, but you do get bad Mario Kart RNG where you're like in last place and you'll get a single coin to give you that speed boost, and it's like, give me the gold mushroom, give me the bullet bill, give me speed, god damn it.
But again, it's not guaranteed. It's roguelike. You don't know what you're going to get, you know. So yeah, I'm thinking that I might be wrong. I haven't done my research on this game. I know what Star Wars is. I know what the pod racing is. There was a great game a few years ago on the PlayStation 1, if I remember correctly.
It was episode 1 racer on the N64. Yeah, I remember that.
In PS1,
yeah. So I remember that game back in the day. It's not that I played it, but I remember that game. So yeah, I would have to see more because you can go into a race. Okay, if you're telling me that you don't know what the track is and it is a mix of different areas and you have to adapt your vehicle, okay, that's more roguelike. But when you tell me it's a roguelike racer, my thought goes to Mario Kart. Basically, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I'll say though, hearing this as well as like I did see some press about the game as it came out from Summer Games Fest. It's like I'm kind of liking what I'm hearing because it sounds like besides the roguelike stuff, it sounds like the story mode actually is not throwaway. It's actually like very integral to the part of the game. And apparently the actual racing does have really decent depth that you actually have to think about, like what pod racer and what track you're using. So I gotta admit, this definitely has me interested, and I was already kind of interested when I first heard about it. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on this game for sure. And I am a Star Wars fan, even though Star Wars has been terrible lately. But
since
I gotta say that, that's an understatement. But I would say just overall, this is actually looking like it's a pretty solid game for what it's going for. And I hope this, along with the Zero Company's XCOM-like game that's coming out in August, is just as good. So yeah, I'm excited. But I'm just gonna keep my eye on it. I don't think I'll go day one for it though.
Gotcha. I have no horse in this race because the horse wouldn't stand a chance. Honestly, I'm not a big Star Wars fan. I'm more of a Star Trekkie fan. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Live long and prosper.
yeah, but I do like Star Wars. I don't not like them, like it. But then again, when it comes to racer games, I'm not that big into racing games. Like even Mario Kart, I bought Mario Kart on the DS. I can't remember which version it was on the 3DS.
Oh,
seven.
Seven, and I bought it, played it a couple times, and I was like, well, it just didn't grab me. So that's how I feel when it's mostly racing type games. It doesn't have to be this kind, like a roguelite type. So it's not something that pulls me towards it. When it comes to Star Wars, I feel like I dropped the ball on Star Wars Outlaws. I'm going to go back. I'm going to erase my previous game and I'm going to start it again. That's going to happen sometime in the near future. That's
After Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
After Ghost of Yotei, of course.
Yeah. Hearing that though just makes me feel like one of us should definitely start replaying Star Wars Outlaws. And I think his name begins with a B. Burley, do you know who that is?
Yeah, be the Merple.
Be the Merple. Yeah, exactly.
Bemerple.
The Merple, yeah.
I am excited for this game. This game does come out the same day as Gears of War E-Day. More and more I'm hearing about this. It's like, yeah, I might use one of those key sites like Fanatical and stuff like that, get the Steam key for this and pick this up. I like my racing games, and it's like, okay, you're doing some roguelike elements here. You're doing stuff, the story that they've heard positive things. They just need to see a little bit more, show a little bit more to us on this, and this could be a day one purchase for me. And no, I have no desire to go back to Outlaws. You played that game at day one, you understand, especially if you finished it. I've seen some of the stuff. It has gotten better. I know Fubu has encouraged and tried before to get me to replay it.
Well, you have plenty of time. The game, it's summer now, Burley. Let's go back. Let's go to our backlogs. You know, there's not many games coming out.
Well, I beat Outlaws.
Hey, come on now. You gave Baby Steps another chance, so yeah, give Outlaws another chance.
No, I wouldn't put it through that torture. I would, if you didn't beat it, then I would say go for it, do it, try it, right? Like I'm going back to Witcher 3, so yeah. But no, if you beat it already and you didn't like it, then I wouldn't do that.
Well, we'll see. Maybe one day I will. Maybe if the Switch 2 key card of it goes down really cheap.
Hold on, let me go to Amazon, see if any Prime Day deals alive.
Oh, this is out on October 6th. You said the same day as
Gears of War E-Day.
Okay, that's the day after my birthday.
Kirok, I gotta have someone to race.
I gotta drop hints.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it too. When we all get it, let's go racing.
Yeah, we do racing stream.
We do racing stream here on the YouTube channel, baby.
Nice.
Come on, put that in the comment section that you want us to do.
Like who's the better racer? Let's find out.
Yeah. Alrighty. Enough of racing. Now we get to a story we all knew was coming, and the still sad nonetheless first version of this article from Sony, update from PlayStation Studio. This is from an internal email from Herman Holst, a guy that a few of us here want him fired because he cares about Horizon and all that. But it's like, Holst. Agreed. Yeah, they're letting go like 55% of Bungie's employees, which is like between 300 to 400 employees. I don't think we have the full number. But one of the things with this is they were saying, like, because I know people are instantly, it's Marathon. Marathon does play a part of it, but Destiny 2 has had a lot of issues.
Right.
for years. They did some bad and dumb decisions with Destiny 2 of, oh, we'll put out, I think it was the Taken King, for example. I don't, we'll
It
put
was
that
with
DLC.
Destiny. I know it's Destiny 2. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No problem. But one of the DLCs for Destiny 2, we'll put it out there and keep selling it. But after a while, they just locked out that content. You can no longer access it. It's like you took people's money and you still sell it, part of these bundles, and be like, look, we have all this content. We have all this. You go and like start playing it, and it's like, oh, this is shit. I can't unlock. I can't do it. But I gave you an extra $5 for this. So we've had stuff. Bungie has been saying like, yeah, even when PlayStation bought us, we were close to shutting down because we're not profitable. Like Bungie has not been good in a long time. They need to be cut down. It sucks. Like, I do not like people losing their jobs. Like, a lot of people like this, losing their jobs, but Bungie needs to change what they're doing. They needed, like, they thought with this whole Destiny thing, they thought they were untouchable in going with this. And you the old saying, fuck around and find out. They found out, sadly. Like, you know what? Like, PlayStation seemed to be way too hands off on them. Like, Microsoft has been hands off on all their studios.
Yeah.
PlayStation thought, okay, these guys are good at live service. We're just going to trust everything they tell us and say. I think PlayStation's now realizing, okay, we got to be on top of Bungie. We need to be on their ass on everything. Make sure they're not screwing around and stuff. Like, I know there are some parts that are PlayStation's fault in this. It sucks, but like, you know what? I would be going if I was PlayStation beyond them of, hey, make us here. You want to take the Killzone IP, revive it as a shooter, because you know what? Make it basically the Halo killer, because Halo Studios can't get Halo, right? You make Killzone the Halo killer with this. Make it like how you made Halo 1, Halo 2 kind of thing. Have a good multiplayer mode on it, and people buy this thing. Put it for $60, $70 US, and come out with a good single-player campaign, a great multiplayer that people want to play. Guaranteed, Bungie's fortunes would turn around. But
you're forgetting one more they could have done, right, Burley? That they could easily win back goodwill, right? Another game.
Yes. Oh yes, they could go back to the Myth series, which is instantly you'd have me and Kirok day one. I know it.
Yep.
Especially if I can buy it on Steam and have it. Oh, that would be like, it's just shut up, take my money.
Instead, Bungie layoffs, casualty.
No, not casualty. Casualties.
Casualties.
Yeah. Most I'll say, besides my obvious one, Fire Herman Hulse. Yeah, writing's was on the wall. Especially like, you know, Marathon didn't do well because Merple didn't want to play it. But he's gonna get a PS5. He's got his new PS5. Yeah, no, Fubu would play ball. Merple not so much.
Yeah, if it was free and or they paid me money, I would play ball.
Yeah, for sure. But now that Merple's has gotten his PS5, yeah, for sure. Now he has no choice. But yeah, the writing was on the wall with both. You know, Destiny 2 has not been doing well until their final expansion. They had the highest player count on Steam for that game in like a long time, because it was the final update to it, and then after that, who knows? It's not going to shut down anytime soon, I think, but it's pretty much they're not updating it. And also Marathon not doing well. It's like, yeah, it was pretty sad. It's sad to say, but it was pretty obvious that this was going to happen. What happens to them now? Like, do they get shut down or just become a support studio, like how Activision does most studios until they inevitably shut them down, or just shut them down and then take all the talent and put them to like I don't know, Blizzard or something, which is what they have done with when Diablo 2 remake was coming out. I remember that.
Yeah.
So it's all a matter. It's all a wait and see. But all this news is not surprising to me. But at the same time, though, we can also agree to a degree. Maybe it was also Merple's fault. He didn't want to play Marathon. he didn't want to play a great game.
Yeah,
Now you have
if Merple and
now you
Fubu would have streamed that game day one, sales would have went up and definitely percentage.
Hey, if they believe in their product and in my product, they should have paid me. They should have paid me. That's the only thing. That's how it works. I don't work for free.
I don't know. Okay,
look,
go ahead.
No, it's. I've been quiet because you guys know me long enough to know that I don't like to talk about the sad stuff, and this is very, very sad. Which we can consider this to be an historical studio. It gave us a masterpiece like the original Halo. They tried their best to do other games, the Myst series as well. It's been going on for a long time, and seeing their situation, it's sad, but at the same time, it's not sad because they put their eggs only in one basket, and it didn't work. Like, we all know that live service games are dying. They're trying to put new ones and they keep dying. And it's normal that the older ones that have their fan base, they will die in the end and I'm going to give you this example. I used to be a hardcore World of Warcraft player. I used to play.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Used to, like Wrath of the Lich King. I did everything in that game. I did everything. Then I did Cataclysm, and then I just started to show up to say hi to my friends when the new expansions came out. Why did this happen? Because I got busy with life. Like, I started working. I started doing other stuff. I started playing again EAFC, which takes a long time as well. And I stopped playing World of Warcraft, which, let's be honest, you have to pay to play, and you can buy other stuff. So there are similarities, and their player base are getting older, and they're getting busy with life, and they're not doing stuff to get new players. So the writing was on the wall. It's sad, but look, the gaming industry is. I'm not going to say in a boom, but it's in a very good place because this year we're going to talk that later. But half of the year we already have many great games. We're going to have great games next year. So they lose this job, but hopefully they will get a job in a different game at the end of the day, and they will continue working just in a different environment, a different type of game. So, but it's sad to see an historic studio having these types of problems.
I'm not a fan because to me, Bungie has a kind of a special place, mostly because of Halo, Myth series as well. So when I see this happening, it's like, oh my God, they're dismantling something of my childhood. You know what I mean? But I get it. I mean, if it's business, it's business. But this is the problem. What do I mean by that? This is the problem. It's Herman Hulst. His title is CEO Studio Business Group. He doesn't know games. He knows numbers, right? So at the end of the day, he's looking at a report and he's going, you guys aren't producing numbers. He doesn't know sweat, tears, blood that they put into games. Even if their games like Marathon isn't doing well, they still went through that. But when it comes to numbers, you didn't meet the quota. Sorry, cut, off you go. That sucks, right? And you're messing with people's lives. Although I think you're right, Fubu. Hopefully down the line, the people that are losing or potentially moving away from here, maybe being refocused, hopefully whoever they keep around, they'll get into something that's good, maybe even better for them. So there's always good in bad. There's always something that comes from it. But it's just like, why does it have to get to this point? Why does it have to get to the point where it's so desperate that you need to then take this kind of action, right? And I think that's where Burley was right in that they were very hands off. Oh, wait, this is Sony, though. Sorry, I was
Sony.
I was mixing up with Xbox. Sorry, but it's still this like you're seeing it across the board. It's not just Sony; it's Xbox too, right? So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say because it's not cool. It sucks because for me, it's a studio that has made some games that have a near and dear place in my heart. That's all I can really say about it.
Yeah,
I just don't like it.
yeah. All I'll say is I'll interject and say, despite all the shit I say about him, Herman Hulse has at least been in the gaming industry, so he's not entirely a faceless CEO, unlike a lot of other CEOs.
Okay.
Because he was the former CEO of Guerrilla Games, especially during when Killzone was their main IP and not Horizon. I miss those days. But he's been in the industry for a minute, so he knows his stuff at the very least. It's just obviously as a CEO, was not the choice. I feel like he was just there because they needed to get rid of Jim Ryan. And Jim Ryan, this is a lot of the shit that I give him shit for. I also give shit for Jim Ryan because he started Sony on this terrible trend, which, given to a story we're about to talk about, give or take here soon, yeah, this is still the ripple effect of Jim Ryan's leadership for Sony since the start of the PS5 generation. So, but yeah, nonetheless, though, it's still sad news, and I hope no matter what, like y'all were saying, I hope that these former devs can find work, but the gaming industry, just besides what Fubu said, it's like, yeah, we've had great games, but I will say it's a good time to be. This is a good year for you to be a fan of video games, but not a good year or past 2 years really to be someone working in the field of video games, because it seems like no matter what you do, your job's kind of on the line.
Yeah.
So
But
that's
everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Let's go back. I work in tourism hotel. When COVID hit, my job was on the line, and I got fired at the time. The thing is, then it stopped, and it boomed again, and I got a job again.
Yeah.
That's sadly that's everything in life. So yeah, and a video game, like, let's assume a normal video game, it has a start, it has an end, and that's something that people don't say. But when it ends, like when there's no more DLCs, there's nothing, the game ends. Those people don't stay there and wait until the end of the day. They go somewhere else. They start playing. I'm not saying everyone stays there to do a new game, but a large part of the team moves somewhere else. That's how it usually. Only the let's say the skeleton crew stays in, which is like maybe the oldest or the most experienced, and then all others start to move around. Maybe they start a new game inside the company, or they go to a different company. It's not a fixed job. It's not a fixed job.
Yeah, very true. But besides what you were mentioning, it was mostly just if you're in any creative industry, it's basically like you're not staying anywhere for a period of time. I think you're lucky to get 5 years at this point if you're in any form of creative industry. And as bad as the gaming industry is, the animation industry is just as bad. I'm sure the music industry is also as vital, and just being an actor in Hollywood alone is probably like the one job where it's just like you're lucky if you get a gig that pays you any royalties at this point. So just a lot of things I'm noticing, but primarily any creative industry, it's not really a good time to be working unless you have your own company, from what I've seen of it. But I'll leave it there.
So you could fire everyone else.
And indeed, yes.
Yeah.
And you're your own boss, and like, fuck you. Don't tell me what to do.
Anywho.
Really was deep in thought there.
No, deep in thought. Now, here's something I didn't necessarily expect. We knew what eventually would happen, but I didn't think this was going to happen as soon. Xbox is increasing their prices. And it's by quite a lot. And it's due to the whole AI and everything. But even though Microsoft itself is helpful, big responsible on this with the whole Copilot and other tools. So effective August 1st, the price of 512 gigabyte models, so the Series S, is going up $100. 150 for the 1 terabyte models for either the Series X or S. And it's like they had increased in October of last year. Now they're increasing again, and they're expecting another increase by the fall of 2027.
Yeah.
They're now trying to do and bring back the whole pay now, play now, and pay later. So like give a small amount of money and get put down a deposit, which is like, oh great, because that's what we all want. We all want to be on auto pay, be on payments for our consoles. You'll own nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I get it. They have to do this now before GTA 6, because you do this around the time of GTA 6, September, October, you're just going to get like Xbox is already in last place. But like, I know this is Microsoft being on their ass of Satya being like, get this as profitable as you can, get us start making money. We can't be losing this much on the device, even though we're $1 trillion company. It's just like,
yeah. I will say it's funny that they do all this after they have one decent Summer Games Fest, and like everyone's actually more interested in their brand a little bit now. But I'm just like, yeah, no, you are last place, so I don't know why you think that's a good idea, but it is what it is. So at this point, it's like, yeah, if you have any interest in hardware, you might as well buy it now. And even if you're on the fence, you might as well buy it now, because and take care of it, because it feels like if you lose anything, you're basically screwed, and you're out of money essentially.
Yeah, if I was them, I would not be focusing on increasing the price. I think I would start talking about the next gen console. That's what I would do, because you're like, this is the end. We're basically at the end of the console cycle. They're not going to sell. Like, I think everything they already had to sell, they already sold. That's how it is, in my opinion. Unless someone is a hardcore Xbox fan and their Xbox breaks, which happens, people are not going to be buying Xboxes. It's for me, but again, I'm a hater, so it's not appealing to me. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think it was the wrong mistake. I would rather use this post to talk more about the next gen than saying, "Oh, we're going to improve price." No, it's not. No, it's unless they're trying to improve price now. This came up to my mind. They're increasing the price now, so when they announce the new Xbox, it's gonna be, oh, it's not that more expensive.
Right.
It could be that.
Yeah.
Could be that. That could be a tactic as well.
Yeah.
This is business football. I'm a shark, so
Yeah,
it could be that. Could be that. That would be an interesting tactic to take, like because PlayStation already rose its price. They're neck to neck when it comes to that. But yeah, instead of saying there was, let's say I'm coming up with the price, instead of saying there was a 400 price hike between the current gen and the next gen, they're going to say, oh, it's only 150 euros price hike between. So it could be that. So it doesn't, the new gen doesn't look that expensive. Could be that, to be honest. I would do that.
Well, I brought up this chart that Kira had found this article from GameSpot. The Xbox Series S launched at $300 back in 2020. With this new price, it'll be $500 USD.
God damn, that's crazy.
The Xbox
Keep going.
The Xbox Series X launched at $500. It'll now be $800. And I was wrong earlier. I was saying a PS5 Pro was, because it used to be $700, but it's now $900. But you can still get the Pros, do go on sale at Amazon and some of the retailers. But it's like, you guys are insane. And also they discontinued the 2 terabyte because it's just too much. I understand that. You know what? Just keep your standard between your Series S and Series X. But it's like, this is just, usually it's the opposite. Hardware goes down,
Right.
in cost. Not up, but thanks to AI and everything, and because they are trying to make a profit on these boxes or the least amount of money lost.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like right now, out of the race, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. I think I mentioned this in our chat on Discord. The Nintendo Switch is the cheapest one. It's like an attractive value now. The Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, 450 US as of now. It'll go up to 500 in September.
In September, exactly. So it's like,
but they're giving you so much time to buy it. If you want.
They do. They are. It's just it's insane. Like, we're not even talking about the Steam machine. That's a completely separate thing, which we already talked about. But what I'm like, it's just nuts. Actually, believe it or not, people watching probably already know, Apple ended up bumping up their hardware, not gaming related, but it was, I think, on the exact same date as Xbox announcing that they're or difference of a day, that they are bumping up the prices on their hardware. Out of all the consoles I have, I say that as if I have a million. I guess maybe because I have a PS5, a PS5 Pro, an Xbox Series X, a Switch 2, and a Switch. Okay, so out of all of them, the one I touched the least is the Xbox Series X. I loved this system. I bought it because, as far as I was concerned, even though the PS4 at the time in that era was a better machine in terms of games and systems, things that were on that system versus the Xbox One X, which is the other one I have or had. I have, but I don't use it anymore. I preferred the Xbox. I like their ecosystem better. I like their online better. I like their game better. As far as I was concerned, their hardware was not only better quality, but you got better graphics. But right now, I'm playing PS5, and it is like the PS5 and PS5 Pro. Like, I can't go back. It's just insane. So them doing this with all the good that they did for a brief stint and now all this bad stuff that's happening, it's not going to help them in any way. I don't know how they're going to recover from this.
Yeah. I can't even say fire Matt Booty. It's probably not even his fault.
It probably isn't.
Well, in this case, this isn't Matt Booty. I don't even think this is necessarily Asha. I think this is Satya telling Asha, "You're doing this." Like, if you don't want to say and do this announcement, I'll get someone else to do it. But the Xbox has had a tough time this generation. They have made a lot of dumb moves. They've made some good moves in there and have made a couple good games this generation. But the problem is because they've trained their audience not to buy their stuff. They're not making money, so they've done themselves so much brand damage, and this just doesn't help. I would not be surprised, Fubu, with the point you brought up earlier of, you know what, we're increasing this. So, because remember, there have been the rumors and stuff. Project Helix is supposed to be $1,200 USD.
Ugh.
And you go from $650 to $1,200, or if you want to go from the original price, $500 to $1,200, it's like, no, I ain't buying that. $800 is still a jump, but it's only a $400 jump compared to an almost tripling of the price of the original price, almost a doubling of the current price before this last increase. It's just like, this is just insanity. Like, I think they're hoping that when GTA6 comes out, they move units sold on hardware, but I don't think it's going to be moving units. And I think already in the 1 year of the Switch 2 is like sold half of what the whole Xbox series has sold in the 6 years, almost 6 years.
Yeah. And personally, it's not very smart to be more expensive than your competition, because a Series X 1 terabyte, if according to that chart, is $150 more than a PS5 with a disc drive and a PS5 digital edition. So why would I buy an Xbox now if I just wanted to buy a console for GTA? why would I buy a Series X or even a Series S? Because there are better options there.
Series
my
S
opinion.
won't run it probably.
That's
I
what
mean,
happened.
it'll run, but it'll run
Yeah.
like shit because it's a lower end system.
No, that what you're saying about the price, it's exactly what happened on the PlayStation 3 and whatever Xbox was era. Because I remember the PlayStation 3 was it was 600 euros at the time. Yeah, it was 600 euros at the time, and the Xbox 360 was about 400. I think it was 200 euros cheaper. That's around the world, not only here in Portugal. Around the world, that's on that market. PlayStation had Sony in this case had a really rough time holding on because people were flocking towards Xbox because it was way cheaper. 200 euros is way cheaper, and the specs were almost the same. Then when the next generation came with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, I'm gonna say it was the other way around. The Xbox announced their price first, and then Sony went like, "Oh no, but you're cheaper," and then PlayStation started to win over the market again, and this is where we are now.
Yeah, there are other things of why and how they won at launch, but the price was like the main one where it was $100 cheaper because they removed. It took them a while or a little bit to come to that conclusion, but during launch of the Xbox One, they had to remove the Kinect because the Kinect was going to be a thing that they wanted you to use from day one, and then they removed it, and dropped the price $100 because if no one's really going to buy it, and it was a novelty at the end of the day. So, yeah, nowadays it's just worse.
Here's the thing that I'm like worried about, which I think is an inevitability, is like I can envision or picture 5-6 years down the line, whenever the new whatever Helix is or new PS6 or whatever, and we're going to be talking in a chat one day going, yeah, I went and bought it finally, but and we're like, oh, you spent $1,200? Are you kidding me? Like, it's just, and the price of the underpowered Steam machine is already setting that precedent. It's already in that motion. It's already there. It's kind of crazy.
When the new generation comes out, the Steam machine won't look that expensive.
Yeah, true. Right?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It won't look that expensive.
Yeah.
I'm hoping PlayStation be smarter and does not do that for PS6.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Knowing Sony, they won't be as expensive. They're going to just a little bit, but if it's like 1,200 on, let's say the new Xbox is 1,200, I'm going to see the PlayStation going for 1,100, and if they're in a very good mood, they will go for the 1,000. In my opinion. So, hey, better start saving now, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Or let's make this a success, and we all get a PlayStation and an Xbox for free because we can review it.
Yeah, come on, people, get us to that success.
Like, follow, share, we'll do a giveaway. We'll give Myrtle away.
Just Murple. Yeah.
No, I want my PlayStation 6.
Speaking of PlayStation, now I know Fubu is going to rant on this, so just let me get the opening gun here. PlayStation, it's okay. PlayStation wants to revitalize the market with what you think? With single player, some good multiplayer co-op games? No. With new live service, have they ever freaking learned? Like, Helldivers 2 worked for you because you made a good game. You made it a good price and all that, and you put it to PC and PlayStation day one. But other than that, you bought all these studios, a lot of studios. Where's Fair Games? They're like, look over there. We have Wolverine. You like Wolverine?
Yeah. They can keep trying. We'll see how that works. They can keep trying till they find one. But yeah, like I said, this is still the ripple effect of Jim Ryan. But Now here I can say it and feel okay. Yeah, fire Herman Hulse. Anyway, go ahead, guys. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Go,
This
because
doesn't make any sense because we have seen it flop for the last few years. We started this episode by saying good stuff about a PlayStation exclusive. Let's be honest. I know it's on PC, but it's a PlayStation exclusive. We talked about Ghost of Yote.
Yeah.
Story driven, single player, a great adventure, great everything, and that's what we want. That's what we want. And taking the focus away from these types of games, it's gonna kill what Sony is. Sony is famous for delivering us great narratives. You got The Last of Us. One, look, if you don't like two, it's okay. I don't like where the story went, but it doesn't make it less of a great narrative. The way the themes behind it, great. You have
Uncharted.
Yes, you can go with Uncharted. The action, they revolutionized single player action, like the set pieces, amazing. Then you have the Spider-Mans, the way they adapted video games, and it's single player. I can name 100 more games, but we don't have time for that. But I can name so many more single player games that made what Sony and PlayStation are nowadays. What do they do with that? They shit on that because they want to get money. But people, if you told me 10 years ago, with the rise of Fortnite and a lot of battleground games, the arena games, whatever you want to call them, the King of the Hills, all that. Yeah, 10 years ago, the gaming industry, the market had their vision to those types of games, and that would make sense 10 years ago. People are fed up. You can see what's happened with Marathon. You can see what happened with Concord. You can see what happened with Hightower. Is that Hightower?
Highguard.
You see, I don't even know the fucking name.
They're not around long enough to make the impression.
You see, that's the issue. And I'm in me, hardcore. I don't know the freaking name. Imagine a casual player. You know what I'm saying? Again, what we talk about Destiny, with Destiny closing, the market at this moment and for the foreseeable future is not online or live servicing stuff, whatever. We don't want that. Give us a great story. Why people are expecting GTA6, but people are not saying, I want to go into that online. No, I want to play the offline. I want to explore that world. I want to know their story. They're already connecting stuff with Red Dead Redemption, because there's a part in Red Dead Redemption 2 where I think it's Marie, it says Arthur, oh, maybe in another life on the letter. And they're doing the parallels, like the scene that they show.
Awesome.
And they're doing the parallels, like the way that the guy, I don't know the name of the guy from GTA6, he's moving. Like there are
Jason.
The way that they're moving, there's parallels between how they're moving. Like they're saying that those two characters in GTA6 are descendants of Arthur Morgan and Mary, for example. There's a lot of things going behind. They're building a narrative in that story. We are invested. At least I'm going to talk for myself. We are invested in that. I got over there. I got Resident Evil 9. I really want to focus on knowing Leon's story on this. I already know because I saw you guys stream it. But you know what I mean. I want to experience for myself. And the way that the industry is, and when I mean industry, I don't mean the guys that create the games, but the players. Players want an adventure and offline mode. They don't want to go sweat. I'm already sweating because it's hard enough. Like I don't want to go sweat on the PlayStation as well. I'm going to get smelly. That's not good. So people don't want to go sweat. People want the game especially older ones, and we can talk. I can talk for you guys. I want to come home. Yeah, sometimes I want to grind and take that competition out of me. That's why I play competitive games. But sometimes, like this week, we all know what happened this week with me. I don't want to go competitive. I just want to turn my fucking brain off, and that's why I did Ghost of Yote in 1 week. I started exactly 1 week ago, and I already played the game, and it was an adventure of a lifetime. Great game, great game. You know, great game, and people want that. People want that because they want to turn their brain off from the world. That I don't want to get home. Sometimes I want to because it's fun, but most of the times I don't want to get home to play a live service game that I'm not good. I'm old. I'm not good as a 20-year-old, and I don't want to the 20-year-old say, "Hey, young, you suck." No, bro, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to get insulted. I just want to enjoy my game. And people are not focused. They don't want these types of games. For now, I'm not saying that in 10 years, like it's rotating. It's a rotating industry. Like, change tastes of video games change, and in 10 years, people might want that. Right now, you shouldn't be focusing on that because the sense that I have from the market is people don't want that. They don't want live service games. They don't have money, which is the most important part. They don't have money to give for those games, and they force you, if you want to optimize your experience, they force you to spend money on that game. And I'm going to give you the eFootball experience. For as much as I shit on the AFC, at least on the AFC, you can grind your ass off to get a great team. You can. I've done that. If you want to have a great team on eFootball, either you wait years collecting the coins, years. I'm not joking when I'm telling you. Either get years so you can do a spin to try and get the best players. Either wait years, or you spend money, like I did. I'm going to be honest. eFootball, I'm still enjoying the game. It's a great game, but it's a live service game. They keep putting new players, better players, so you keep spending your money. And at the moment, I'm going to tell you right now, I only do offline stuff just to get some objectives. I'm not even playing online because, again, my mind is not set on that. But I already finished Ghost of Yote, like I said, and I already have Sly Cooper 2 to play. Like later when we finish this, I'm going to start, and I'm going to go offline. I don't talk for everyone, and I'm sorry, I'm going way too long. I don't talk for everyone. I don't talk for everyone in the world, you know. But from what I see from the industry and from the signals that the market gives, people don't want these service games. They want a good new IP. That's why everyone went crazy with Wolverine, because it's new, it's fresh, it's not a live service. So yeah, not disappointed with PlayStation because, again, I do understand business. I just don't like the way that it's going, and I'm gonna vote with my wallet, and I won't get into these games.
It's a good thing. Yeah.
All I'm going to say about this is, I'm with you on. I like a good single player story campaign, a game where I don't have to worry about being competitive with anyone else online because I'm not the greatest at that. I kind of suck. But what my point is I like games like Crimson Desert. You go into that world and you're like, what's over that hill? What happens if I do this? And that's it. And so GTA6 is going to be very good at that, being a single player game. And they're stressing, hey, it's a single player game. But later the online part's going to come. That'll happen. It's inevitable. But in my opinion, live service type games are they're just it's a money grab for the companies because that's what they see it as. They see it as a constant revenue stream, and I want a good story. I want a good book, but in video game format. There you go.
Just interrupt you just very quick.
Yeah, no, I'm done. That was all.
Oh, you're good. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna say this. Final Fantasy. You guys know I love Final Fantasy. There is the Brave Exodus or whatever, which is an Android game, like a gacha game, mobile, whatever.
Yeah, and that's what Resonance is also going to be. Basically, a single player adaptation of that, pretty much. Just to throw that
they're
out there.
going to do the formula that they did with the Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler 0 is based on the Heroes of the Continent, which is the Android game, the gacha game. Okay, that's what it is. I am way more excited to try this new Final Fantasy that it's based on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, because I won't have to spend money and I will experience the story. Because one thing we know, Final Fantasy is great with story, and I'm really excited to play that game when it comes out in November, if I'm not mistaken. I want to play
October.
that October. Okay, even better. I'm gonna.
October, actually.
I'm probably gonna buy that game day one because it's exactly what I want from a video game. They're not asking more. Well, they might ask for DLC, but that depends. I'm not going to spend more money. I'm going to spend, let's say, 80 euros. Let's go with 80 euros. I'm going to spend 80 euros on that game. I'm going to play for many hours. They won't ask for more money from me. And when it's done, either I can sell and get my money back, or if I get really attached to the game, I keep it
Right.
to play it in the future.
Right. Good.
And that's what I want. But again, it's, I'm not the king of the market.
Back to you, Fryman, because you were going to say something before.
Oh no, I wasn't. Other than it'll be. I hope that Final Fantasy game is good, but I guess the one thing I could say though, it's like live service is just a trend at this point. It's a trend that's working out, but there's always trends. You know, there's back in the day there was the Halo killer trend, and that's what led Sony to making Killzone, and also some other games that were bad. And every game tried to be Halo. Every game, and then Minecraft happened. Every game tried to be Minecraft, and we still have those kind of games that come out here and there. Some work, some don't. And then, and even in MMOs cases, World of Warcraft was the MMO to play, and it still is the MMO to play. But Final Fantasy 14 and a few others are probably more interesting to certain people. Like besides that, you'd have Guild Wars 2, and then now we have Guild Wars 3 inevitably coming out. So, and you know. Everyone after PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds came out, which was a live service. Well, it was a battle royale game, but you could argue it's a live service nowadays. But that's what led Fortnite to becoming a thing, even though it was a different thing, and then it became another thing, and now that thing is what it's known for. It's just this is all just trends at the end of the day because they want money. It's just this trend is the longest one because there is the market for it, but at the same time, it's like not everyone who likes Fortnite is going to go play Marathon. Not everyone who even likes what was it like Apex Legends, and a lot of them didn't want to play what X Defiance. That was Ubisoft's equivalent to that.
Oh yeah.
That was, I heard that was fun, but I'm like I have Apex Legends. If I like that kind of game, why would I play that?
Yeah.
We have Apex Legends at home, Fryman.
Oh, and no, yeah, and oh yeah, don't forget Valorant. Yeah, Valorant's doing well, but a lot of people are like, do I want to play Valorant or would I rather play Apex Legends or whatever? It's like you have all these games there that you have a choice of, but it's just kind of like all these companies they're trying way too hard to capture that market when it's like that. You were never good at that. And Helldivers 2 may have worked, but I feel like Sony has still learned the wrong lessons from it. So, yeah, it's a trend that I hope dies along with a few other things. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Nobody knows. But anyway, that's all. That's all I will continue to say now. Besides Fire Herman Hulse, obviously.
Well, I agree. I definitely agree on the Fire Herman Hulse. But like for every one that works, there's like 15 of these that fail. You failed with Concord on this. They failed with others. It's like, what point do you realize? Because yes, I get it. You want to have a Fortnite like level success and just, hey, we're gaining 15 millions a month just off this one game from all the skins and all this other crap you can buy in these games, the emotes and all that. But you never seem to realize for you to get to that, like, it's luck. You have to launch at a good state, launch at the right time, have the features ready to go. Because a lot of these games, like in the case of High Guard, they had stuff they had held back, and people are like, "Oh, we got to wait weeks to get this and get this map, get this character, and all that," and that end up helped killing them. Like, it's like you hold back too much on this stuff, and the game feels dead. And the problem is, with so many of these people have their friends, they have their groups that are gonna, hey, we're going on Fortnite tonight for 3 hours and doing that, doing these grinds, doing that. They don't have enough time to go, you know what? Oh, there's this new game out from Sony that did this, and I'm gonna go switch to that and try that. It's you're setting it, you've got your friends, you're setting it.
Yeah.
You're not really going outside the sandbox on it, because what's the point? And it's like, I've had people that have played other ones, and they have attempted and gone out in the past. They're like, there's no point in going out, because this game going to be around in 6 months after it launches. A lot of them don't, and it's like, Sony, go to your single player story narratives. If you want to make multiplayer for those games, like I brought up in the Bungie story, have Bungie make your kill zone, or a not kill zone if you don't want to use the kill zone IP. Make a good single player, make a good multiplayer. You will get people to go in there. And then if you want to make some extra money, you can always sell maps and stuff like that. Like, it's worked for Call of Duty for how many years? And it still does work for them. Like,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah. Now let's talk something more positive. Let's end the show with some positivity, because, yeah, we're now halfway through 2026.
I know, right?
It still stuns me, because I'm looking as we're building the docks and looking at the calendar and we're scheduling stuff. I'm like, holy crap. This month we're already this amount of months. Like, where's the time gone? But so yeah, we're each gonna say Murple's not here, but Murple's favorite game of 2026 so far for the first half of the year.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me hold on to that. I got it right here, guys.
Everything said?
Everything he said, but why don't we all say what we want to say first, and then we can have Murples at the end. What do you say?
Okay, we'll have we're Murples at the end. That's fine.
I have just one question. So, favorite game of 2026 means the game must have come out in 2026, correct?
6. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
For me, I'm going Pragmata. That game was just so much fun. It had, and the night, like, it was a new IP. Capcom took a risk, and they got that thing. They didn't, stagger out ports. It was on everything day one. I played on the Switch too. It ran well, looked well on the Switch too. Yes, you could tell the difference playing it from the PS5 and PC, but the Switch 2 version worked better than the Series X, or Series S. Sorry, not the Series X. But it just was a lot of fun. They put winks and nods to a lot of Capcom's franchises over the years. They had some good elements. And one of the nice things that I really enjoyed is how I play the game and how Kirok plays the game, or Fryman, or Fubu. We can all play it differently with the different mods, the different weapons, how we're distributing and getting our upgrades. And the levels have a lot of replay, and you're going to be wanting to go back to them as you get new abilities, so you can go and explore and go get these different upgrade cores and other stuff. And death in the game isn't really a hindrance. I actually, like, some people don't like this system, but I like that it sends you back to the base. You quickly go, okay, I got my ass kicked here. Oh, but I got 5 upgrade cores. Let's go slot those in. Go back to the last checkpoint in the level. You just select the tram, select the level, select your checkpoint. Boom, go back in there and go, hasta la vista, baby. And the hacking mechanic was a lot of fun. Now that's me.
I got to play this. I have it.
Yeah, you should play it.
You definitely got to play Pragmata.
I got it as a free game with my video card purchase, which was awesome.
With the 1050 70 Ti.
Yeah.
Pragmata edition.
Pragmata edition. Yeah. Yeah, same here. I did get it too, but I bought the game. I gave my free copy to Murple when I got my 1050 80 Ti.
Nice.
Only one in the world. Don't try to get it. But yeah, I guess I'll go though because I'm in the same boat. It's a tie though, I would say, for me, only because I haven't finished it. It's Resident Evil Requiem and Pragmata because I really loved RE9. It was really, really fun. I still play it, especially with the new roguelike Leon Must Die mode. I do play that every so often. And Pragmata is just like, yeah, it's just that good. Like I loved everything about it. I just haven't had a chance to go back and play it, which now I might, because I wanted to stream it. Now I might not do that anymore. I don't know yet, just because I want to beat it. But if I do beat it, my mind could easily change. It's just it's up in the air though. But yeah, those would be my games. I would say 007 kind of inches just slowly above there, but yeah, no. For now, it's like, yeah, it's definitely a toss between those two. So my mind could change though once I actually beat it though.
All three of those are my top 3 games of this year. All great. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll go next. Unless you want to go, Fubu.
No. Go for it.
So, okay, so since we're talking about games we've actually played, I would say right now for me, my game of the year is 007. The reason is I played Crimson Desert, put like, I don't know, 70, 80 hours into it. Was it that much? 50, 60 hours. And it is a great game, but it's a lot of fun and everything. I don't want to concentrate on that. The reason I'm going with 007 is because it's a single player. Here we go, right? Mm-hmm. Single player narrative with action, with everything you want. Plus, at the same time, if you're a 007 fan, it's based off that universe, off that world. So you get a whole bunch of I guess you could say some fan service, right? Mm-hmm. You get to do stuff in it that is what you would expect to be in that game. Like I was saying, hey, there should be that scene where he gets out of bed after getting the girl, but they kind of miss that, but he still gets the girl. And then that other scene where he's laying on the slab and there's a laser and a drill, or not a drill, but a saw about to come down and cut him in half. Yeah, that's like straight out of 007, evil nemesis trying to kill him and revealing his entire plan. It was such a great game. It had adventure, it had story, it had action, great gunplay, great hand-to-hand combat, as well as puzzle solving, but in the sense that you got to go in discreetly and try and infiltrate places. And I might solve a problem in the club or in the hotel in a completely different way than what Burly Man would solve that same problem that you're trying to figure out how to gain access to a special area in that place. I'm speaking vaguely because I don't want to really kind of spoil it, but it had all those elements and a good story from beginning to end that carried you through and made you want to go, okay, I want to see what's going to happen next. I want to know what's going to happen in the next part. And then on top of that, aside from the game and the single player narrative, it's got the tax sim, which is fun if you sit down and try and get better scores on it and keep playing it. It's basically like you can set up, you can go pick your weapon, pick your clothing, and so on, and then you go into these different challenges that you have to clear an area, clear another area, and then it increases in difficulty. I haven't spent a lot of time in it, but I could see myself going back and just playing in that, having fun. So that's why, like, I'm thinking 007 First Light for me, as far as a game that I did play, is my game of the year.
Okay.
Also, just to interject, you actually have almost 90 hours into Crimson Desert.
Oh, is it 90? Gosh, okay, so I was right the first time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, for me, I'm not gonna say I played all of these games that you guys are talking about, but I've seen you guys play a lot of it, and I feel I can base my opinion on it. And I have to say, my favorite game so far. Look, I know Pragmata is a great game. It's fresh. It's a new IP. Great combat system. I love what you did with the combat system. It feels very, very unique. But I think for me, so far, it's Resident Evil 9. Like, not only for what the game is, bringing back horror, which is something that's been missing with Leon, with the core characters. I know they introduced horror with Ethan on Resident Evil 7. Then on Resident Evil 8, when Chris kind of shows up, it's already more action based than horror like. But this one feels they brought back the horror. And something that I like is they are, because they released the DLC or the mode Leon Must Die, they are giving stuff so people keep playing the game, especially for free. So yeah, I like what they're doing with the game. Looks great. You can go first person, third person. I like the story. It's a fan favorite character for me. Everyone loves Leon. So for me, Resident Evil 9 so far it's game of the year for me.
All right. That's good. All good choices. Now Merple's choices. Is everyone
All
ready?
right on. Okay.
All right.
Is it Digimon? No, Digimon didn't come this year.
That was last year, unless you count the Switch 2 version. All right. Merple's favorite game of the year starts with a B, and also is a certain animal starts with a B, and is a revival of a well-known franchise since the Super Nintendo, and that is, drum roll, Bubsy 40. And a few hold on, a couple other things. Burley has to play Star Wars Outlaws. He can't get out of it, and
wait, Merple is saying this?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hold on. Let's just fine print here. Burley, you're bold.
There's no argument on.
Yeah, so sorry.
Merple.
There you go.
Respect Burley. His head is brighter than your future. Respect him.
Oh damn. No. Besides that, I'm sure Merple is probably in agreement. It's probably Resident Evil. It's either Resident Evil 9, like I know him well enough. It's either Resident Evil 9 or maybe Dragon Quest 7 reimagined, because I know he definitely likes those games.
Like
Yeah. For him, he told me RE9 or Pragmata. He said it's a tie. Both great games. Like we've had a lot of great games. Like you mentioned with the James Bond, we're all playing the mission differently. But one other thing I just kind of wanted to say with it is, you don't just go to every mission, have all the gadgets, and be like, oh, I'm just James Bond. I don't have to do anything. I just have the gadgets. It's nothing. You're limited with your gadgets,
right?
With what you bring. You have to think about what the kind of mission you are. Which of the gadgets are you going to bring? You only can bring so many. And as you go to more missions, you unlock more gadget slots. But it doesn't mean you're just sitting there on easy street. And it's like, you have to think, what are you going to bring? Oh, if I would have brought that. Oh, I see this path here. If I would have brought this gadget here, I could have done this, and that.
Yeah.
I like that, because now when I eventually play the Switch 2 version of the game, I can now go, okay, I remember doing it this way. Let's try this way.
Yeah.
It
adds a lot of replayability to it.
Yeah, and it's something, and we are getting DLC with Lenny Kravitz coming in the near future, and like RE9, we're getting some story DLC. I think it's rumored to be coming in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Please put in August and not September.
Yeah. Just don't charge more than $10. Also, I'll, if it's 20, that's the more I'm willing to pay.
Well, I think if you have the higher edition of RE9, I think it's coming with that.
I have no idea. That'd be cool though. I'll play it either way though. I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised also if Pragmata gets a DLC. You never know. I feel like that's going to very slowly become one of their new franchises.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, those are our picks for the first half of the year of games, our favorite or best game of 2026 for the first half. We'd love to hear from you all in the comment section. Which of the games that have released in this first half have been it for you? Like, we understand if you got to put multiple down, we understand it is hard to pick at times.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting here and I'm like, I love James Bond a lot. I love Pragmata a lot. I love RE9. Those are the top 3 for me this year. And funny enough, 2 coming from Capcom within like what was it, like a month of each other.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. There are some,
And there's still
really-
more coming out this year. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Who knows? It could be game of the year for 2026. Be Onimusha.
Oh, yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah. I pray. I hope it's good. Either way, and please ship
It
with a
looks
disc
good.
though. That'd be nice.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Yeah, did you guys see the Wolverine tweet?
Insomnia.
Yeah.
I saw people tweeted Insomniac and Insomniac retweet responding. Yes, if you buy the physical version of Wolverine, you will
get a disc. I saw that too.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, I love that. I love that they're willing to just go, oh yeah, go with that.
The makers of Onimusha go, no disc, and we're shutting down the studio.
Nah, I hope not, but yeah.
No, that's one that I will play for sure. Onimusha. It's been way too many years. Way too
And
many
Burley.
years.
And Burley will play it.
We're all
Yes,
gonna play. We're all gonna play.
Yeah, well, I do have it pre-ordered. I have the Switch 2 version pre-ordered.
Nice.
Good.
Because hey, being able to play on the go, because it's the thing. Like I'd have to hope the digital PS5 version works on the Portal if I don't have my PS5 on, and then that's a game I don't think is gonna run or look the greatest on the Steam Deck.
Gotcha.
Because that's the thing of certain newer and modern games. You look at them on the Steam Deck, you're like, oh my god, this looks terrible. But
Hey,
Yeah.
you never know.
Fair enough. And as Fry did allude earlier, we will have a Star Fox review in it coming soon. Whether or not it'll be Fryman by himself or who am I kidding? I'm going to be forced to do this review with him.
Yeah, no, for sure. Considering it's not a long game, and I know Star Fox pretty well, expect it very soon. Is all I'll say. Expect it very soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but also, yeah, please put in the comments. Do you want a redo? We do racing to see which one of us is a good racer in Star Wars
gosh.
Galactic Racer? Because it seems like we're all going to buy it. Like, who's going to be the best racer?
I don't know if I want to buy that.
Not yet. No,
I already
not
gift
yet.
Star Wars Racing. Kirok, don't open your Steam in 5 minutes from now.
Nurple has a job. His first paycheck is gonna buy the game for all of us. That's what he's gonna do.
No, he's got to get a PS5.
No, he has it now, right? Right.
Yeah. Watch the lot later.
The latest video watch this? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, that guy who hosts that show. I don't know what he's talking about, man.
You tricked everyone. Lee was like,
I know.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that comment, I was like, "Hey, Kirok and Murple, you got to go look at the comment section on that video." That was too freaking good. Alrighty, but yeah, the Kiln video review. I'm just gonna record that eventually soon, so that will be coming soon. You guys will have that, but probably due to popularity and stuff, we'll be pushing the Star Fox one out first.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. So we've got content coming for you every week. We got the We Do watch list. We got Fubu's Platinator videos, and there's a couple of them that's already done in the can.
Yeah.
Three of
And
them.
there's a
three of
couple.
them.
Yep. And as well as the monthly videos on PS Plus for the essential and extra tier between Fubu and Murple.
Yeah. So basically, PlayStation Plus, they're saying it was delayed. No, it wasn't delayed. It's always on the first Tuesday of each month that they release the essential tier. So because this month ends on a Tuesday, they won't be releasing on this next Tuesday. So it's going to be a Platinator video. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Wild Arms 4, which is a great RPG from the PlayStation 2 era. Then me and Murple will get together, and if it's something that someone else has played, we'll invite them. We'll do the PlayStation tier list. Then Valkyria Profile Leneth will be the first video. We're going to prepare a very funny skit We already planned the scud. We're gonna prepare the scud. Then it's gonna be the extra tier and the premium tier. Then it's going to be probably Atlas Fallen, and then so on. There's the content is rolling. Everything is going to show up. We're trying our best to entertain you, and we hope you enjoy everything that we do.
Yeah,
Because we do the news for you.
yeah. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new here and you like what you see, hit that subscribe and click that notification bell, because YouTube's notifications of videos that drop suck. So you have to click that just so that way you get notified. Yeah. I think this is enough of us rambling here at the end. So we will see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.